Gyujin's in the middle of eating when a plate of leftovers suddenly dumps onto his head. It's the school bully. He's here to pick on Gyujin again. In that moment, a thought flashes through Gyujin's mind. He needs to get a gun. He's going to take down every single one of them. All of them. Not just the bully's crew, but also the classmates who pretend not to see him getting hurt, and the teachers who look the other way after taking bribes from the bully. The bully has no clue he's about to be in big trouble. He shoves his face right up to Gyujin's ear and growls, "Why haven't you done the thing I told you to do?" Let's rewind to a week ago. In a school alley, someone suddenly chokes Gyujin from behind. It's the bully. He snatches Gyujin's phone and flips through the photos Gyujin took of girls' legs. Photos he took secretly. The more he scrolls, the angrier he gets. And turns out none of the photos are high def, so no one's going to buy them. All that work for nothing. Furious, the bully orders his guys to teach Gyujin a lesson. Gyujin's face turns purple from being choked, and that's when his best friend, Yong Dong, comes running over with a black plastic bag. He's in such a hurry he trips and falls face first onto the ground, but the first thing he does after getting up is hand the bag to the bully's crew. Inside, cigarettes. His way of paying respect to them. Thanks to Yong Dong, Gyujin barely escapes with his life. But since the photo scheme fell through, the bully isn't done with him yet. The bully corners Yong Dong in the boys' bathroom. He stares Yong Dong down and says just one thing. "Want to know what it feels like to bully someone? I order you, go hit Gyujin right now." Yong Dong heads to the classroom. He walks up to Gyujin, says nothing, and throws a punch straight at him. Gyujin crashes to the floor, blood dripping from his lip instantly. He looks up at Yong Dong, completely confused. Why would his best friend do this to him? Yong Dong's torn up too, but he has no choice. If he didn't do what the bully said, he'd be the one getting beaten up today. By lunchtime, the bully's crew finds Gyujin again. They intentionally dump all the leftovers from the tables onto his head. The bully sneers, "You messed up the photo thing. Starting today, you're going to have a miserable time at this school." But Gyujin's got pride. He'd rather get beaten to death than take this humiliation. He's about to fight back when their homeroom teacher runs over. The teacher looks at Gyujin and asks, "Are you okay?" Gyujin almost laughs, but it's out of anger. "Does it look like I'm okay?" It's the first time a student has talked back to him like that. The teacher gets mad. "Hey, what's your attitude?" "I'm asking because I actually care." Gyujin doesn't even bother arguing back. The bully gave the homeroom teacher a bribe before, so even when the teacher sees someone getting bullied, he just pretends not to notice. Gyujin takes the almost untouched food from his tray and dumps it straight into the nearby sink. He slams the tray down hard. He can't let his mom find out he's being bullied at school. So during recess, he hunts for a place to wash his dirty uniform. He wrings it as hard as he can, praying it dries fast. Anything to keep his mom from suspecting something's wrong. But he never expects this. The next noon, the bully's crew still doesn't let him off. They dump leftovers on his head again. Gyujin can't take it anymore. He runs up to the school rooftop, looks down at the ground below, and starts thinking about jumping. Right then, his phone pings. It's a message from the bully. The bully tells him to steal his mom's ID, use it to get a loan from a loan shark, and give all the money to him. "If you don't do it, I'll break your mom's legs." Mom is Gyujin's bottom line. He makes up his mind to fight back, but he has no money, no power, and no friends who can help him. How's he supposed to fight? Just when he's out of ideas, something happens on his way home from school. A delivery worker hands him a package. Gyujin racks his brain. He can't remember ordering anything online. Confused, Gyujin opens the package. Inside, an Uzi submachine gun. He's seen these online before. They fire super fast, pack a huge punch, and militaries in tons of countries around the world use them. Yes, now I have a gun. But then reality hits him. South Korea doesn't let civilians own guns. Who on earth would send him a real gun? But Gyujin doesn't have time to overthink it. All he knows is this. From the second he picks up that gun, he's not going to be the easy target he used to be. The next morning, Gyujin hides the gun and heads to school. The bully acts like he always does. No idea danger's right in front of him. He throws an arm around Gyujin's shoulders and asks, "Did you bring the ID I told you to get?" Gyujin shoves his hand away. "No, and from now on, you're not going to order me around to do anything ever again." The bully can't believe Gyujin would talk to him like that. His face turns bright red with anger. He grabs Gyujin's face and threatens, "You think I won't yell to the whole school about those photos you took of girls?" Gyujin doesn't care. The bully squeezes harder, and just then, their homeroom teacher walks by. It's obvious the bully is picking on Gyujin, but all the teacher says is, "Quit messing around here. Get back to class now." Gyujin, who's been bullied by the crew nonstop, finally works up the courage to fight back. But the bullies ruled the school for so long. How could he stand someone defying him? In class, the bully sneaks out a small knife, presses it against Gyujin's back, and forces him to stand up. "Tell the teacher she's a phony," he hisses. Gyujin ignores him. He just says quietly, "Leave me alone." That attitude makes the bully snap. He waves the knife around, slashing at Gyujin's shirt, and before long, he cuts Gyujin's skin too. Gyujin can't take it anymore. He shoots to his feet, spins around, and yells at the bully, "I said leave me alone. Can't you understand simple words?" The classroom goes deathly quiet. It's the first time the bully's ever lost face in front of so many people. Every classmate and the teacher alike thinks Gyujin is definitely going to get a brutal payback for this. Later, the bully has someone slip used toilet paper into Gyujin's backpack. Gyujin doesn't even notice until he sees Yong Dong being picked on by the bully's guys again. Yong Dong, who's 200 pounds, gets kicked so hard he stumbles far away. All the times Gyujin himself was bullied by the crew come flooding back to him in an instant. He can't control his anger anymore. He turns and runs back to the classroom to get his gun, but when he rummages through his bag, the gun is gone. The bully appears at the classroom door, holding a gun. "You looking for this?" He thinks it's just a toy. He presses the muzzle right against Gyujin's head. "So that's why you're acting tough today, hiding this piece of junk." The bully's guys step forward and pin Gyujin to the ground. Gyujin's shaking like a leaf, begging the bully not to pull the trigger. Just as things can't get any worse, a loud bang echoes from outside. The bully freezes. Why is there a sound of a real gun? The classmates scramble out of the classroom and there's Yong Dong holding a gun. Smoke is still drifting from the muzzle. He just shot one of the guys who'd been bullying people nonstop. The guy stares back in shock. Turns out Yong Dong got a package with a gun too. That's why he brought it to school, to get revenge. "I told you guys to stop bullying people, didn't I?" As soon as the words leave his mouth, Yong Dong fires again. The guy drops dead instantly. The next bully in line's legs turn to jelly. "I'm just a follower. He made me do it," he points at the main bully. "He's the leader." Yong Dong stares at him, expressionless. It's too late for that now. The guy crawls toward the door as fast as he can, but he doesn't make it. Yong Dong shoots him and he's gone. Yong Dong clutches a submachine gun in one hand with a rifle slung over his shoulder. He walks down the school hallway, firing at anyone he sees. To him, the classmates who never bullied him but never helped either. They're no different from the bully. They're all bystanders who let it happen. The main bully only wants to run. He even shoves a classmate in front of him to test the way. But as soon as that classmate peeks out, Yong Dong shoots him dead. The bully's so scared he's practically wetting himself. Yong Dong reaches Gyujin's classroom in no time. The other classmates rush out in a panic. Yong Dong opens fire, spraying bullets everywhere. Gyujin stares at the chaos, completely stunned. He never once thought Yong Dong had a gun too. Yong Dong walks over to Gyujin and hands him a broken set of keys. "No one's gonna bully you anymore. I locked all the exit doors in the school. No one's leaving here today." He pulls another handgun out of his bag and gives it to Gyujin, urging him to join. "Come on, let's kill all of them." The classmates who didn't escape huddle by the main door. When they realize it's locked, they start crying and shouting, desperate to get out. Yong Dong lifts his submachine gun and starts firing. The classmates scramble upstairs to get away. Just then, the police finally arrive at the school. Seeing the doors are locked, they smash the school windows with baseball bats. The classmates take the chance to run into the library. They grab big cabinets and prop them against the library door to block it. But against a gun, those cabinets are useless. Yong Dong lifts his rifle, fires a single shot, and the glass door shatters into a million pieces. The classmates dive behind bookshelves, too scared to make a sound. Yong Dong walks into the library, calling out the bully's crew as he goes. "Come out! I know you're hiding here." The bully's crew is so terrified they're holding their breath. Suddenly, their homeroom teacher steps out from behind a bookshelf and tries to reason with Yong Dong. "Kid, put the gun down. Don't ruin your future." Yong Dong's anger flares up the second he sees him. "Gyujin and I got beaten up every day at this school. They tricked us out of our money too. We came to you for help so many times, begged you, but what did you do? You made excuses and brushed us off every single time. Do you really think you're fit to be a teacher?" Yong Dong's finger hovers over the trigger, about to fire, when the homeroom teacher scrambles to keep talking him down. "I know you're good kids deep down. Just put the gun down, and I promise I'll get you justice for what happened." But Yong Dong doesn't believe a word. "You ruined my life a long time ago. Today, you're going to pay for everything you did." The teacher panics and bolts. When the other classmates see him run, they shout at Yong Dong, desperate to save themselves. "We know where the bully's crew is hiding. They were going to sell everyone out to save their own skins." Officer Lee follows the direction the students fled and quickly finds his way to the library where Yong Dong is. Just then, the main bully tries to peek out. hoping to check what's happening outside, but Yong Dong fires a shot that forces him back. The bully cowers behind a desk, shaking uncontrollably. Yong Dong aims right at the spot where the bully is hiding. His finger rests on the trigger, ready to pull it, until Officer Lee bursts in from behind. Grabbing a book off a shelf, Officer Lee jams it between Yong Dong's hands and forces the gun barrel upward. The bullet slams into the ceiling. Before Yong Dong can react, Officer Lee spins around and slams his elbow into Yong Dong's chest. Yong Dong collapses, unconscious on the spot. Officer Lee thinks the danger is over until a gunshot rings out from nearby, sudden and loud. The main bully freezes, then topples to the floor, desperately scrabbling backward on his hands and knees. He looks up and freezes. Yujin is standing there holding a handgun, its muzzle pointed straight at him. Yujin's hands won't stop shaking. He's torn. He doesn't want to become a criminal over someone as worthless as the bully. But when he thinks about the 3 years of bullying he's endured in high school, he can't shake the urge to make the bully pay, to kill him. Officer Lee sees the conflict written all over Yujin's face. He takes slow, calm steps toward him. "Kid, I don't know everything you've been through, but I swear, put the gun down and I'll look into every last thing. The people who hurt you will get exactly what they deserve." The wall Yujin built around himself starts to crumble. Officer Lee takes that chance to step closer and gently take the gun from his hands. Only then does the main bully let out a shaky breath of relief. Yujin can't hold back anymore. "Officer, it's been so hard. They bullied me every single day. I was so close to breaking." Officer Lee pulls Yujin into a gentle hug. "It's okay now. It's all over. You're so brave for holding on this long." Here's the thing no one saw coming. Even with South Korea's strict gun bans, this kind of shooting isn't the first. On the other side of the city, a student taking the college entrance exam, the Gaokao, walks into class 1 minute late. His teacher snaps at him in front of the whole class. "You loser! You've been retaking the Gaokao for 10 years, and you still dare to be late? You're nothing but a waste." The student stands at the classroom door. This time, he doesn't apologize like he always does. Instead, he sets down his guitar case, and the next second, he pulls a rifle out of it. Before the teacher or classmates can react, he opens fire on everyone in the room. Finally I can breathe. This movie is Trigger, Netflix's brand new Korean drama of 2025. If you want to see more of the story, drop a 1 in the comments. If enough people want it, we'll keep covering it.